I just want to talk a little bit about bling because you are actually one of the first people who bought our Luxitune skull tuner.
Show you right
Uh,
here.
that's a statement. And so I love that.
Yeah, yeah,
You're
I
rocking it.
had this. Now I
Years,
think it's
right?
been 7 years or
Yes,
something.
that's how
Because
long we've been in business. So yes,
right? I think
years.
that's amazing because it was really
Wow.
funny. So I just moved. I studied in London. I got my master in London, and after London, I moved back to New York. Wanted to freelance and work, and I was doing a session, I think for a commercial or something, and there was a lot of people from the Met, and my STEM partner was actually from the Met, and I saw everyone with these beautiful fine tuners. And I just had to ask her, I was like, where did you get it? And she told me about it. And then, I met Catherine and she was really sweet. And I was like, oh, I really would like to have one. So, I purchased one. And
Thank you.
yeah, I had it for I never took it off. It's been on this
Wow.
mountain for 7 years and it's been
That's
through all my gigs, all my everything.
I am so excited to hear that because it's a larger size tuner than our other ones. And
That's why I love
you're a
it.
professional
It's
violinist and
very,
yeah, it's out
yeah.
there and it's you haven't taken it off. So that's great. And you have a beautiful violin too.
Oh,
So
thank you. Thank
obviously it
you.
doesn't, it's not,
Yeah,
distracting you.
I just love it, and I honestly everywhere I go, I get compliment from it. Like everybody's like, "Oh, where you got it from?" And especially my students, it's funny, sometimes when our new students that I have, they look at it
Uh-huh.
like, "Oh, what is that? I want one," but they're still playing maybe a half size violin. And
Okay.
I was like, "Well, you keep practicing, then we can get one later. Should be a good reward. It's
Right,
like."
right. Once they
But I think it's amazing. It looks so beautiful, and I have a thing with blings. I love sparkles, and I feel for music also. I do. It's kind of fun. It kind of fits. So
That's perfect. That's
um,
so great. I love it.
yeah, for every gig.
So you have impeccable style and
Thank you.
I don't know, maybe it's because of who you are and where you're from and your experiences, but you have a very collaborative spirit. And I see that you've worked with fashion people as
Yeah.
well as stylists. So can you talk about how you got into that world? It's very
So
exciting.
with fashion, it's funny. I've been loving fashion since I was little. And actually, it's funny. In Italy, I never was really into like buying things or anything. I was mostly wearing very boyish stuff, so I never really cared. Then I think it's New York that changed me. And people in New York, I mean, the fashion here, it's so amazing.
Yeah, yeah.
And you can just people watch all the time and just like see people dressing up in different ways. So I just started experimenting with like my style, seeing what I like, necklaces, and I have always this ring that I never take
Oh, cool.
off. And with collaborating, it was mostly because of photo shoot. So sometimes I would have to have new photos either for, sending to clients or websites. So I have a friend that works at Condé Nast. And so through him, I start meeting his friends who's like a stylist, and they help me out with so beautiful clothes. I wouldn't even know where to get them if it wasn't for them. So that was really great. So I got to wear like some Givenchy, like haute couture thing,
Oh my
beautiful.
God.
And
Cool.
then because of the work that I do, sometimes like freelancing on TV, and depending on the artist, sometimes they do hire a stylist for string session or the band to come in to look a certain way. So I did meet few stylists and now with some I'm friends with. So, if we ever have to collaborate, I even can help them, marketing a little bit, like if they have their bags or something.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
love that. And
it's amazing.
I think it's good to have other passion for me, especially during lockdown, knowing that, there was so much I could do with music, started doing other things and I really took that time to enjoy things that I like that I never really had time
When
to
you're
do
busy
or spend
working.
time. Yeah, I love that part of trying to get something positive out of lockdown. And so from
I
some
love it.
fashion thing, and then I'm actually enrolled in school now.
You are?
I'm enrolled to become a health coach, actually. So
Oh,
everything goes well, I should be graduating March. So then after March, I can start taking clients. So, and that's been helping me a lot in general with like mental state and
yes,
well and feeling good. And I see also a lot of musicians, sometimes they go through a lot
of course. A lot of emotions,
mentally.
right?
And so I would love to work in the film music. And if anybody needs help, I would love to.
Yeah, they should contact you.